Talk about our predictions yet, but our predictions were the same for the first. No, actually, were they the same? We both predicted Hero to win, but you thought that MMA was going to defeat Tasia.
Yeah. Well, so I knew that you would pick Tasia.
Why? How did you know that? I was actually so close to picking MMA.
Because we discussed it.
No.
Yeah.
Did we?
We discussed it yesterday. We discussed it some today, and both times we both agreed. We both thought Tasia would win, but I was like, well, okay, I was going to take Tasia. I'm going to take MMA just to be different.
Yeah, nice backup plan. If you would have been right, you would be like, I'm so smart.
I would have been. But I was wrong, so now I had to throw in the backstory.
Just kidding, man.
Who did we predict in the first? It was Hero Finale. I think we both chose Hero for that one.
That's correct, and we were pretty right in that one, man.
I know the result of this series already coming into it, so I let Kylie choose. So
that's not very fun. I cannot believe that you find it fun to know the result of the series.
Well, I didn't find out on purpose.
Like it really kills me. Like it actually makes me like sad inside, and I feel like I will die a year younger when I cast the series I know the result of.
That is perhaps a little bit extreme there, Kev.
No, it's just like it makes me feel less genuine as a person, and the only thing I want to achieve in life is be able to be real. And if I'm not real anymore, I just rather die.
Well, I really haven't seen the games, so I can still be excited about what happens, even though I know the final score.
Yeah, like so. I don't know. I can't get my head around that, man.
I don't know who wins this map.
I know that's something. That is something, but still, I don't know, man. It's just not me. We are different. You and me. No, I don't know. It's weird, man. It's just one of those things that I have. I do not know the result of this series. I'm very glad about that. What I did say before the series, Ben, is that I mean MC is the favorite, but I believe that Sortof has what it takes to take it all. I mean, I think his ZVP is strong. He's shown it us in the past. He's taken out some excellent Protoss players in the last couple of months. And hey, he really wants to be part of the NASL season offline finals. I spoke a little bit with him on DreamHack, and he said, I think I can defeat MC. Now, he said, it's going to be tough, but he said, I think I can do it.
We have sort of been in agreement for a while, and some people still call us crazy. But the consensus that we've kind of reached is that we think European Zergs have a better ZVP than Korean Zergs do.
Yeah, even though the last 2 weeks our statement is kind of shaky.
Well, Hyun and Life kind of mess all that up. Yeah. But if we go back to the era of StarCraft, just previous to that, yeah.
I mean, I felt for a while all the Korean Protoss players that were playing against the foreigners, they had more trouble with our foreign stars than they had with the Korean Zergs. But right now, the other guys, like the guys who come over that you just mentioned, and like the Protoss players, Parting and Creator, they're actually starting to beat the foreign Zergs.
Yeah, Rain, of course.
Yeah, Rain as well. Oh, Rain. So good, Ben. Anyways, but yeah, I do agree with you. We said that for a while. Sortof, of course, not necessarily at the same level as Stefano and Nurcho. But hey, he's close. He's shown us in the past that he's capable of messing with the absolute best in the business.
Not necessarily at the same level, but he is not by any means a slouch. He's a very, very, very... Ooh, MC. I love seeing MC play Stargate, Kevin.
It's been a while.
He was the guy that was making Void Rays when everyone had just said, you know what, these things are terrible. But he made them work, and he actually brought them kind of back in fashion. I really would be a little surprised to see him default to Void Ray here. I kind of think we'll see a Phoenix opening.
I think so as well. Maybe he's going to go for that one Void Ray Phoenix, but I like what he's doing, Ben. This is the Void Ray way that I am, or I mean, this is the Stargate way that I'm such a big fan of these days. Researching +1, going out with units, selling it as you want to go for some gateway aggression, making Zergs worried, like, okay, I'm going to need to get some couple of early units out, maybe some Lings on the field, maybe a couple of Roaches, and then just surprise your opponent, catch your opponent off guard with Phoenixes. I love this playstyle, guys. If you watch my stream, even though I've only streamed once in the last 6 weeks because I didn't have a PC, but I've been talking about this build. I am such a big fan of it. We've both casted games where we saw this build and say, hey, this is a damn strong build. Because for a Zerg, if you do not scout the Stargate immediately, why would you draw Spore Crawlers when you think you're going to have to deal with 4-gate +1 aggression?
Exactly, or you wouldn't. And in this case, sort of does that on a UO chamber. So I was going to say in this case he's not even going to have that option, but he is going to have it.
Oh, I love this. So do you see what he did? Just like click right below the Overlord before he started shooting at it, so he would get off as many shots as possible. Because of course, if he shoots from the Overlord from all here, then the Overlord will start moving. Sort of gets an alert. And in this situation, actually, well, he almost killed the Overlord, so it didn't make a difference.
All right, MC's going to reveal the Phoenixes with just 2.
Wow, Sortof has so many drones already, man. This is kind of crazy. He's got 61 drones before the Phoenix are even going to arrive. A couple of slow links make their way across the map. Sortof knows what he's playing against. So we're probably going to see one more really big swell of drones, I want to say. But 6 roaches are in production.
Yeah, sort of thinking about maybe a little bit of counter-aggression against this Stargate opening.
Queen a little bit out of position, not really parked next to the Spore Crawler. This Queen is. A couple of Overlords are in the open, but guys, losing a few Overlords as Zerg player is really not the end of the world. As long as you don't lose too many Queens, as long as you don't lose an insane amount of drones, you're gonna be okay with losing 4 or 5 Overlords against 4 Phoenixes.
Yep, fourth Phoenix that has shown up. A few Overlords were picked off, but for the most part, Sortof's Queens are well positioned, except for the one here to the third base.
Yeah, it's so exposed. I saw it before, and it's definitely going to be picked off. There's even a 4th Phoenix right now, so now this Queen will really die. Here we do see that big swell of drones once more, because that's what you want to do. Wow, he's going to go up to 75 drones, Ben.
Yeah, fantastic economy here for Sortof already at the fairly early stages of this game on Cloud Kingdom. He did make a handful of roaches. He was able to push out, but he didn't really have much that he could do. You're not going to break the front there. MC's obviously very safe.
I think MC is going to go for some crazy 2-base play. He got a second cannon up as well. I think he was kind of misreading, perhaps afraid that Sortof would make an insane amount of roaches and links, trying to just counter immediately against his Phoenixes. MC doing what MC is doing best, though, picking off units left and right. He did not lose a single unit yet. This is a beautiful resource loss step. But as crazy as it sounds, guys, this does not mean that this is going bad for Sortof. I actually kind of like his position, man. There are no signs of a third base yet for MC. Penetrating lens is being researched. I like it so far for Sortof.
Yeah, it's a nice, pretty nice spot for him here. His economy's great. He's on 4, or he'll be on 4 bases here shortly. And while MC does appear to be, actually, is he going to take a third? I can't decide.
It's a late third, man. It is really late. Do you think it might be a fake? It doesn't have to be, of course. Oh, there are a lot of force fields over here. Sortof, I don't think this is a fight that you can possibly win. Beautiful force fields by MC.
Yep, and Sortof is just going to turn right around and get out of there.
Man, that was a really beautiful. MC still did not lose a single unit, man.
That's pretty ridiculous.
I mean, this is something you sometimes see with Phoenix only, but the moment links and roaches are out on the map, most of the time you at least lose something as a approach player. MC does not. But still, Ben, this is a late third base. We often say, like, if you can get it 9 minutes, 30 seconds while you play Phoenixes, that's awesome. 10 minutes, totally fine. 10 minutes, 30 seconds, hey, I can still live with that. That's my level. But 11 minutes or past that?
Yeah, it was like 11:30 for MC, and we can see it's not a fake. He is going to commit to defending it. He's added pylons. He's adding cannons.
Maybe MC just feels like as long as he can get a certain army out against Sortof, he's going to be fine and doesn't want to take any risk. But he is playing this, I would almost say, like, overly safe, man.
He's certainly being incredibly cautious about all of this. Phoenixes are continuing to just sort of float around the middle of the map, scouting and just kind of keeping tabs on what's going on.
89 drones currently. 89 drones, man.
Yeah, it's a really phenomenal economy here for the Swede, who's he could probably even add 1 more base. MC is going to move out on the map. So
you do want to get spine crawlers, though, Sortof. You can have all the drones in the world, but he doesn't really have a whole lot of units. The first Colossus is out, and immediately he's going to march across the map. God, it would be so slow. Sortof is supply blocked as well, but he's making 4 Overlords right now, but it's going to take 20 more seconds. If MC is going to push the issue immediately, doesn't wait for any additional weapons, Sortof is in so much trouble.
Yeah, he might actually be in some huge trouble.
Why not a single spine crawler?
MC is setting up at the top of this 4th expansion. He might actually be able to deny this hatchery. Sortof, in the meantime, just scrambling to get some corruptors out.
He should, man. Like, he should definitely kill this base. He's going to kill most of these drones. The good thing is for Sortof, he was on 90 drones. So he's able to lose his units. He's going to lose these Overlords. Oh, beautiful Fungo, though, on those Phoenixes. I love that.
Yes, indeed. Those Phoenixes are, well,
they should fall. It's definitely worth renewing those Fungos.
Oh, definitely with sentries underneath. Wow, Sortof's actually going to catch a lot of MC's units here. MC, this is so sloppy. Why did you park your sentries right underneath those Phoenixes? So not only do the Phoenixes die, but the sentries as well. Zerglings do stream down and will surround a lot of these Stalkers and Colossi. Sortof might clean up all of MC's army here.
He's going to kill each and every single unit pretty much, man. All these Corruptors will kill these Colossus. The moment the Colossus are down, the Roaches and Lynx should kill the remaining units. MC does not even have Blink Stalkers over here, Ben.
Oh, terrible turn of events for the Korean Protoss. A couple of drones getting into the fighting here. As drones
like, you killed my house. You killed my friends. I will get my vengeance in this life or the next.
Come back, you. course, drones are going to go ahead and be sent back to mining. MCs, he is reeling right now, Kev. He's down to 110 supply. Sort of is basically maxed.
Ben, you know, like I hate to be critical of players that are so much better than me, or than I will be in a very long time / ever. But MC did not play that well.
No, that was
Sortof did not play that well either. I mean, once it happened, it was fine. But Sortof did not have a single spine crawler. He didn't have units. He was supply blocked on 170 supply for such a long time that he could have died if MC executed that push better. He could have died. And like everything from the start, that base was so late by MC. Of course, we don't know what goes through the mind of the pro gamer. And there's no shame in misreading a situation. That could happen to the best of us. But I feel that this has been like a very scrappy game from both sides.
Yeah, neither player.
I mean, yes, the defense of Sortof, once he started fighting, was beautiful. He had beautiful patience. He waited for all his units, dropped really good fungals. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. But the fact that you're on 90 drones, and this army marches across the map, and you don't have a single spine crawler and your supply block, that's not right.
Yeah. Oh, the biggest thing for me was how MC just kind of, first he gets the Phoenixes caught, and then he walks underneath.
He's like, oh no, don't kill the Phoenixes, kill everything.
So that was a little bit disappointing. Regardless of that, I mean, Sortof just has done a great job kind of capitalizing on the hand he was dealt. And now he is maxed out. Now he has the Broodlords. He's got a lot of Infestors. He's getting Neural. He's rounding out his upgrades. Adrenal Glands is about to finish.
He shouldn't wait too much longer either. Sometimes we say, like, hey, the more Broodlords you eventually get, the better it's going to get. But right now, Ben, MC's army is just going to get a lot stronger if he waits 3 minutes. If he goes right now, there's just absolutely nothing that MC is going to be able to do. Perhaps... besides avoiding the army and try to go for a base trade, but even then, Sortof should be in really good shape.
Yeah.
Man, MC's in a little bit of trouble.
MC's in a lot of trouble, man. He has managed to get back to about 170 supply, which is where the Protoss army once again becomes scary. But you know, I don't really think that he can really do much about these first Broodlords. I don't think he can really answer for the units that Sortof has out on the map right now.
This is the wrong moment to be a roach in the roach counter group, man. It's like, you guys just go north, all right? Should be nothing up on top of that ramp. And you see 2 Colossus, 2 Immortals.
Look at all these counterattacking Zealots in the top and bottom half of the map. Huge conga line of Zealots coming down on Sortof's 5th base.
But 2/2 links are pretty good against 1/0 Zealots, man.
And Broodlords even better.
Fungal, the best. No, he doesn't even want a fungal.
No, why
I
would
would
he
have
waste
lost
his
it.
energy?
Just one fungal would have been amazing because they were all so clumped up. Now this hatch is taking a lot of damage, that's why. It's not going to fall, but still, it took so much damage, quite low on HP right now. 10 more Corruptors in production, Sortof. Please do not wait too much longer. You can just basically run across the map and kill MC.
Yeah, perhaps being overly cautious at this point in the game. I'm sure that what's going through his head right now is, oh my god, I'm playing against MC. Oh my god,
this is going well. I'm going to go to London. I'm going to win $30,000. I'm going to be the new Swedish hero, king of the north.
All these things are running through his mind. But,
you know, like we're making jokes about it right now, but when I used to be a professional gamer, these were all the silly things that were going through my mind. It's like, oh my god, I'm playing against Sky. Wow, I just killed Sky's hero. I'm going to win. Like, what are people writing on the forums right now? They're like, oh my god, Rotterdam is so good. It's like, ah, no, I lost the game. It's like, oh my god, I'm so stupid. Why do I think about what the people on the forums write about me rather than what's actually going on in the game? And I'm not the only like pro gamer / former pro gamer who had that. I can guarantee you so many guys think about stuff they shouldn't think about in game. It's a hard habit to get rid of.
Both sides pretty much maxed out at this point. 199 supply for Sortof Sweet or SKMC.
Man, why is Sortof playing this so passive, man? I mean, he's still in fantastic shape, don't get me wrong, but if he's going to lose everything to one Vortex, I'm actually just going to scream.
Yeah, that would be frustrating. MC doing a good job of taking advantage of these roaches that were out in a bad spot. Sortof basically just clearing supply at this point, though. He's making 5 more Broodlords. Wants to have that kind of ultimate Zerg death ball. I
mean, I normally like Sortof once it gets to infested Broodlord, man. I like the way that he plays that. I've seen him do it a couple of times in the past, and I know that a lot of European pros players have said, like, okay, Sortof is pretty damn good in this phase of the game. Of course, a lot of Zergs are, because it's just a very strong army. MC is just throwing away Zealots left and right. Yes, he has some minerals to spare, but he's just not being very effective. This is like the only weakness he's found, and these Zealots actually will be able to deal some serious damage. Most of the roaches died, and no, we have 12 roaches. He's going to have to send over those roaches, man, because these Zealots did finally find an opening, just when I said that I think MC is kind of donating units.
Yep, Zealot's going to hack up a couple of drones, maybe even kill the hatchery. I think the roaches are probably going to deal with it before the hatch goes down.
Roaches will be fine, and after this is going to be a nice spine crawler wall. It's going to close. Hatch is running quite low on HP, but it will survive. And as long as it's no. I shouldn't go there.
As long as it's got love to give.
He knows he's still alive. More Spine Crawlers falling right now, Ben, to these Archons and Immortals. Pretty terrifying army from MC, but it's not that good against all these Broodlords, unless, Ben, he lands the Vortex of Doom. We do have Neuro as well. Are we going to get a Neuro? Neuro?
No, just a fungal. Just a fungal landing on the mothership. A couple of Infestors in a really bad spot.
Yeah. Wow, he lost 3 Infestors before the fight started. A little bit sloppy.
Replaces it with 5 more Infestors. There are 6 Infestors out on the map. A couple of Roaches counterattacking around the top half of the map.
I think he could have got a Neuro off, no?
It looks like he was close enough. It might have been just out of range. MC really wants to pick off some bases right now. He's going to blink down on top of this 4th, killing a lot of drones.
And Sortof has some questionable army movement in this game.
Yeah, I really feel like he's just giving too much respect to MC.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like...
Yeah, if this was a European Protoss, I think he would have just gone for it immediately after he KL'd the entire army when he had 5-6 Broodlords. Just make sure that MC never can get a 4th base. And hey, 3 base Protoss, good luck trying to get Mothership out and stuff.
That said, the Protoss army...
Broodlord so clumped up, no! Vortex, that was so clumped. No, Vortex would have landed, man. That would have been a good 10 Broodlords.
MC who kind of misses his meal ticket there. Stalker is still doing a ton of damage around Sortof's side of the map. This game's kind of spiraling out of Sortof's control. He's got Corruptors just idling over Blink Stalkers. There's an Infestor who's just like observing. Look at all these Corruptors. Holy cow.
Oh, Sortof is really throwing this game away, man. He was in a fantastic position. He's just kind of losing units all around the map right now. It's not able. Okay, these links should be enough to deal with these Blink Stalkers. The big engagement is going down. No, double Vortex went down, so that means that we missed the Neuro ban. And this is actually very good for Vortex, but he also, or for Sortof, but he also needed this.
Yes, he did. He's going to clean up a lot of this Protoss army. When that Vortex expires, he's going to get whatever else is inside of it. Oh man, MC. Just when it looks like he was starting to kind of lock this game down, Sortof does catch a break. It's now 160 Zerg supply against 110 Protoss supply.
I mean, I guess he prioritized his. Wait, that makes no sense. He prioritized his priorities, right? Does it make any sense, man? Because at the end of the day, he focused on the bigger army. Yes, he took too much damage from those Stalkers, and yes, he could have handled that a little bit better, but I guess he was more worried about his Broodlords. And hey, he was able to get the Neuro off, landed 2 Vortexes, and then killed the more expensive army. And eventually, he still cleaned up the Stalkers as well. So Sortof is making his life a lot harder than it should have been. But hey, he's still in really good shape right now.
MC continuing to try and throw units away around the map. But
so broke, though. He cannot lose his hedge. He really can't lose his hedge. These Archons are going to deal with these Spine Crawlers. He's really going to need his Broodlords here, man.
This hatch is going to be dead, man. This is way too many Archons. The army of Sortof is trying to respond to this, but Broodlords are slow, man. Corruptors do show up, but they're not going to help a whole hell of a lot.
Corruptor's kind of dying as well.
Broodlords, on the other hand, just might. Nice fungal landed on the Archons. That's 3 free Archons. Hatchery does end up going down here. Sortof down to just 130 supply.
Yeah, he's so broke, man. He is like so incredibly broke. That was like his only mining base. Oh, okay, this base just finished up, but he has 23 drones. He really needs to do something about the economy of MC. That's what he's going to do right now. Broodlord's moving in on the 4th base. MC is going to send more and more charge lots to the bottom side of the map. Man, what is this PvZ we're watching? If I wouldn't see the names, there is no way in hell I would have ever said this is MC against Sortof.
Right now, MC's completely... he's just going to lose all these Archons in the top left-hand corner of the map. They're trapped. Zealots in the bottom half of the map are going to deny this expansion once again. Sortof has nothing that's really mobile enough to go down there and deal with it, so he's just in base race mode.
Yeah, I mean, if he kills this base of MC, MC doesn't have any mining bases anymore either, and MC is quite broke. So, I mean, Sortof is still in an absolutely fantastic position, and those Infestors and Broodlords should be able to just win him the game. There is a Mothership and 5 Archons over here in the main base of MC, but it's hard to imagine a world where those are going to win him the game.
Yeah, I don't think that there's really much possibility at this point. 130 Zerg supply against 80 Protoss supply.
Unless, Ben, it's a full-on base trade.
If it becomes a full-on base trade, then...
Sortof has a little army over here. He can land Fungus, Oh no, the Infestors, man, what are you doing? Crazy Infestor.
So Archons being heroes. Spine Crawlers are going to go down as well.
I would have loved to see a couple of Fungals on all these Zealots, man. He could have killed all these Zealots right now. He is eventually going to have to worry about the base trade scenario, man.
That's right, man, because now he's got Zealots and Archons hammering away at his natural. He's hammering away at the natural of MC.
And he doesn't have... how many drones does he have? Okay, he has 15 drones somewhere. MC's already killing all the buildings, man. MC knows right now, you know what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to have to kill all the buildings before you kill mine. And he's probably going to be able to do this.
Yeah,
Sortof is so broke.
Gonna be awfully close, man. Sortof can't produce anything. He can maybe make an extractor on the other side of the map, but to do that, he's got to get a drone out.
He just made an overlord, man. Why on earth would he make an overlord right now? This blows my mind. He has 100 minerals and he made an overlord.
He can't make an extractor now.
And he's never gonna get a hatchery anymore.
No, he can't build anything. He can't build anything. He's got 2 hatcheries in his main base.
I want to ask
Sortof
about that overlord.
Yeah, that makes not
how much anti-air does he have, man? He has 5 infestors and okay, he has 6 corrupt. It's more than enough.
Yeah,
more than enough. This one single broodlord handled quite a few of these zealots as well. What a hero broodlord that was. Vortex is going down right now, but it doesn't really matter. Sortof still so many broodlords, so many infestors. MC GG's out. Sortof takes game number 1.
MC taps out in spite of the fact that he was racing?
He lost pretty much most of his zealots.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
There was a single broodlord, there was a spine crawler buying a little bit of time. What a bizarre game in so many ways.
That was a crazy game.
Like that push of MC was also like some people might say like the timing was good because it was so like sort of quicker, but you shouldn't forget that his third base was a lot later, and he also made more Phoenix than you normally do. So that push wasn't that quick at all, and it was also a weak push. There was no blink, there was no +2. It was just kind of like an anti-timing, but because it was anti-timing, it sort of worked again. But then the MC just donated his army. I have no idea what I just saw.
It was weird. Strange game, man, but it sort of goes up 1-0 over MC. Perhaps a small upset there in game number 1. That last map brought to you guys by Azo Monitors.
I mean, awesome performance by Sortof, but I do think that he's going to have to play better if he wants to win this series.
Yeah, I mean, MC is a champion. He's going to bounce back, and we're going to see the best of MC. And that's going to be coming up after this, guys. Don't go anywhere. MC versus Sortof game 2 when we get back.